3D printing is a seemingly new technology that has been around for decades and has the potential of becoming a disruptive innovation that will dramatically act as a catalyst for the world's manufacturing system. All around the globe, entrepreneurs have been taking a stab not just at the machines themselves, but the products they can produce, providing design, scanning, and printing services to individuals and businesses alike. Although small-scale 3D printing has made a huge entrance in the commercial industry, many critics think the craze of the new technology is just a phase, a trend that will wear itself out. But J.F. Brandon, CEO of D-Shape America, a branch of the Italian-founded company with the largest 3D printer in the world, feels otherwise.
People are making lots of small 3D prints. That's great. I like to hear about that. But I don't think that it's really going to take off outside of a niche category of hobbyists, of a select number of designers that use CAD, and people who are like architects who need this kind of machine to demonstrate little models and so forth. Scaling 3D printing to a larger scale is perfect. I like to see concrete being used as a more, instead of a design or an engineering solution, but maybe as a civic or an urban landscape solution as well.
With plans of upsizing and building a printer this coming summer in New York, D-Shape entered and won $50,000 in the Change the Course competition held by the New York Economic Development Corp to help reshape the waterfronts that were destroyed by Hurricane Sandy.
As we confront the waterfront challenges that were both posed and exposed by Hurricane Sandy, maintaining our city's waterfront is a critical part of strengthening our economy and of revitalizing neighborhoods all across the city, and therefore have to figure out a way to do what we do more efficiently. New materials, natural defenses, and innovative technologies like 3D printing.
The big idea is basically this. We scan piles, take the design, make an encasement or an extension, or in some cases seawalls, and make blocks, and then 3D print them and install them. And you first start off with a three-dimensional model. And you take that model and you divide it into layers. First what happens is a layer of material is deposited. And then we have something that binds the material together selectively. The process is repeated again and again and again until you actually have a final product.
However, there cannot be a final product until enough land and money has been brought to the table. Enter Enrico Dini, the inventor and founder of the technology, whose dreams extend beyond the waterfront.
Over here, and I'm like, no way, it's so expensive.
He flew to New York from Pisa, Italy for a matter of days to meet with his American team, potential designers, and future clientele. One of which is the New York Hall of Science, to build a sculpture in time for Maker Faire, and if all goes well, be authorized to 3D print an entire park.
So, you're the inventor.
Yeah.
And are you guys affiliated, or
Yeah,
you're what's the organization of
D-Shape America?
Yeah,
Okay.
so all the entire North,
Fair
South,
enough.
Central America,
Okay.
and I'm the CEO. And Enrico's part of the team, but he's basically given us the license for all the Americas.
Over this object, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is column.
What's the material it's made from?
It's sandstone. It's 3D printed in sandstone. This is the gender of house that we are going to propose to the Netherlands. We have a plot of land.
The outside is done, actually. We refaced the outside of it about a couple of years ago.
Is it going to be 2 stories or 1 story?
This way we can go up to 2-story because it's a steel structure or a beam concrete reinforced structure, so it's a cladding.
Well, I think I talked to you about this a little bit on the phone, but so this whole acreage is it's a city park, so it's public property. It's owned by New York City. This building is owned by New York City. They are my landlord. They give us the space, and we do stuff inside of it. So we raise money for exhibits, for educational programs, for research around science and education. But when it comes to infrastructure, that's almost 100% city funded. Because anything that's big, we go to the city.
Well, there's 2 things we can do. We can do sculptural work. We're good at that. Or we can do something like an infrastructure thing. You have a massive park. It's I don't know, God knows how big it is, but it's a big park according to my Google Maps. And if we can say do something interesting that, fix a retaining wall or put a paved area,
that's good for us in terms of we have something that's non-sculptural that actually has, I think, commercial value.
Mm-hmm.
It has scientific value to you guys. You know, ooh, 3D printed. We fixed our park with 3D printing, and so.
So I have no budget for this, so I may as well just throw that on the table. You know,
Yeah.
this is like, it fell in my lap. It's an amazing opportunity, but you know, just as far as what we have to commit to something like this, you know, it's not on anybody's radar right now.
Rome was not built in one day.
Yes. The main thing is it needs to be temporary, because if it's a permanent structure, again, there's a commission of the city of New York that has to sign off on all.
But the rockets just landed there by themselves?
Well, they're an anomaly, you know, and that's why we built the miniature golf course. When we build things here, it's got to have an interactive component to it. The forces at play at rocketry are the same forces that are at play on a golf ball. We built a 9-hole golf course, and each hole is a lesson about space physics.
Huh.
So, you know, they all have a story attached to them. And obviously 3D printing is a story that we're very interested in talking about these days. Yes.
There is the land,
Mm-hmm.
and this is good. There is a museum, this is good.
There's the interest. This is
good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of time scale, no
Yeah.
problem. It's a matter of putting in the budget for a multi-year time scale, no rush.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And when the Kuwait government moves, the budget is multi-millionary budget. So if I would be the happiest man on earth if they put it inside in the next 4 years to foresee a budget. If you ask me to print a couple of meter tall object, I take and split in half meter, I spread, and we can print in 1 day.
But I mean, basically it comes out as we're using the most advanced technology in the world to fix New York Science Park. That's cool.
I mean, we definitely want you guys to be here this year. What we do is something we can still keep talking about. But we definitely want you guys to be involved.
So best to see what I can get in terms of our budget. Because I think it doesn't benefit just us, it benefits Maker Faire a lot. It benefits you guys big time. So
Great.
you know, it forces us to work on this a little harder and get something to work towards.
And work they will. As they meet with multiple architects and scout locations, they not only hope to pique the interest of investors, but be at the forefront of change, promoting a cleaner, more cost-efficient form of sustainable development across the globe.
Very happy to be here. We can revitalize the American dream.